First out will be Chad Fincham. We had mentioned double duty drivers. Chad will be racing and primarily races in the Xfinity Series this afternoon, but he is making a rare start on the Cup Series side.
Yeah, his last start was all the way back in Kansas in October of 21, to your point, Rick. Knoxville just down the road. One bucky stop, you can get all the way to Knoxville.
121 miles. When you say just down the road, it's, yeah, 121 miles. But yes, he's from the state of Tennessee, so great to be back in his home state. Now Riley Herbst comes out on track. He's another one of those racing the Xfinity Series this afternoon.
You heard Ross Chastain talk about how it's going to be really difficult to miss that yellow line in qualifying, and I think that that's even more difficult for a guy like Riley that does have pretty limited experience in these Cup cars. They drive completely different than an Xfinity car. You know, how much grip does this thing have? How much is it going to have more than we did or less than we did in practice? Those are things that you just don't know. 30-65, let's see how that stacks up.
Down to the apron for Zane Smith on his lap. That would put him third at a 30-77.
So these cars going out early, you know, they all have teammates. So now that information is flying, you know, from this team to all the other teams in their company.
Right now comparing to Allmendinger in the green for Noah Gragson.
So what is the goal? To your point, Steve, is it to get on that yellow line or not? You know, clearly Ross Chastain has that in his head that he's got to get to that yellow line. He thinks that's where the majority of the grip is.
30-32 for Gragson.
Let's see what this is. That looked pretty quick.
Second quick.
30-45 for Bubba Wallace.
I'll give him that.
There's some guitar picks on here, some music notes. You notice how the rocker panels are painted? Dale Jr. thinks that that's his signature. He thinks Ally asked him to help design this car, and he said that if anybody sees that where it's painted, those rocker panels are painted down there, they'll tell you that I helped design it.
Riding on board now with Joey Logano.
117 inside the cockpit for Logano.
This team caught a break last week. They had a problem, but most people around them in the points also had problems.
After his practice run, he did tell the team that between 80 and 90% throttle, the engine is amiss and that they needed to check on it. So how alarming would that be to you if you were hearing that from your driver?
Well, they play a lot of games with the engine tuned up in certain throttle positions for fuel savings. So it'll be interesting to see if there's something like that or if it's just something that's amiss in the engine. So we'll see. We'll see what they have to say about it.
How much can they change the mapping for these?
A ton. A real lot.
Cindric with that lap is fastest. 30-25 for Austin Cindric. Clocked out, and again we're comparing to fifth. Again, the top five will make it to the final round.
So the two best cars so far, Cindric and Bowman, they were able to wrap that yellow line that Ross Chastain was talking about. McDowell was just able to do it. Right there, left side tires right at the yellow line. That's where the grip is right now.
Yeah, that was a really good corner. Got back to the gas pretty quick.
Third fastest for Michael McDowell at 30-29.
We just saw the 38 at Gilliland go out. Watch him into turn one. Back of the car, never settled. Up the racetrack he went. Not the lap he was looking for.
So close right now. A 25 is the fastest, a 33 is fifth. So when you see Gibbs a tenth of a second up, this will be the fastest lap we've seen so far. New mark is going to be set by the driver of the 54.
He was fastest in practice.
30-14.
Backs it up with his qualifying lap at a 30-14. That should lock him into the top five. Only 4 drivers still to go.
Did not come to the green as as well as Gregson. That's why he was in red before he got to the corner. Has a good exit. Will it trend all the way back? Heading the right way. I kind of like giving up the corner time on entry because he didn't miss the bottom, but
he's going to run out of track. Can he get there? It's going to be close. He does not. 7th fastest, so he doesn't get into the top 5.
Love this lap right here. That is a very good and conservative entry with a really impressive exit. You see how much time he's gaining down the backstretch. Can he match the feet again? He does. He gives a little time up on entry. And look at it tracking the right way on throttle. This is going to be a monster lap for Josh Berry.
Josh Berry from just a bit north of Nashville. The fastest in Group A at a 30:08.
Knox, that thing came to life right there.
Oh, you could see it in 1 and 2. He actually entered super low, and the car didn't care. Like a lot of cars, if you enter that low, it'll never turn the middle. But he got committed to the line, got there early, stayed on it all the way around the racetrack. That was impressive.
Kyle currently in the green. He would be bumping Bowman out of the way. And out of that top 5, and already a great lap being put down here by Larson. Let's see if he can keep it going through 3 and 4. Has the track changed? Are these guys figuring something out? The last 3 guys have really put it to it. There's a big lap. Larson goes 30:03.
Good job.
Just heard from him making his 3rd start. Really, is Corey Heim a driver that could skip the Xfinity Series and go straight from having great success in the trucks and be a Cup driver?
All the whispers say that this is the next guy up kind of for Toyota, so we'll just have to wait and see. 50 is the car number. Sponsor deal, Mobil 1 celebrating 50 years in motorsports. I asked that question because I'm like, 50? Why the 2311 is trying to mess with me here? This is a number I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, how does making the playoffs would be great with a win, but more importantly, getting the win to keep his streak alive of 19 seasons, which is the best ever in the Cup Series. That's what they're focused on. Getting to victory lane is what they're focused on. The problem is they've been far off.
Well, this is him versus teammate. You know, I've been very critical about the speed of RCR in general. Now here Austin Dillon is P1 in this 8 car. Half of the RCR entry is going to be a solid 2/10, and it wasn't even really a moment. It just like low on grip, low on balance. So you see the 51 making a lap. There's a story with this Justin Haley car. It went through inspection earlier today. After inspection, NASCAR said they made some unapproved modifications. We don't know exactly what that is, but for that reason, the car chief was ejected for the rest of the weekend. The 51 will start last. The 51 will pick their pits last, and they will have to do a stop or a drive-through penalty to start the race. So you ask yourself, why are they even qualifying? Well, remember, this is to put a lap on their tires. They all get to start on new tires, but these tires transfer. So to make sure that they have a set of scuffs in the pits like everybody else, trying to keep it equitable, they asked the 51 to go run their lap. Pretty good speed there. Now you're looking for another 10th. You can just get another 10th on Haley. A little bit more of an arc than we've seen with other drivers. Oh, yeah, that's really going to help his exit speed also.
He's going to need more than 2/10.
Dropped a little bit.
Yep.
So let's see where this puts him. So with 38. So
I think we know about Carson is he's going to be on the gas, getting everything he can. He's a very aggressive driver. Done a really nice job.
Nailed it. He was in the green when he took the green, so a little bit faster entering turn 1. And this is to bump Kyle Busch Elliott. He's won here before in the Cup Series.
Missed the bottom over there. He had trouble getting to the white line.
Out of the top 5. Good 3 and 4. And so Hocevar is going to break into the top 5. And Bell in the green would like to bump Dillon out of this top 5. A 1/10 of a second going into 3. The advantage.
That's why I got my Austin Dillon thoughts in, because I had a feeling this would be what we saw out of Christopher Bell.
Is a great lap out of Bell. And it's also going to be a 30 flat.
Good job. Cool it down. That's P2.
30.02 to a 30.0. Here are the drivers that are fighting for the pole here at Nashville Superspeedway. Somebody stand out as far as somebody you think is going to be able to get it?
Well, what stands out to me is the parity. Right, we have 4 Toyotas, 3 Chevys, 3 Fords, so I think that's a very mixed Group A and Group B.
Out will be Austin Cindric. And you see on the left how this will be lined up. It's based on groups, so you're comparing yourself with each group.
So very simply, Group A will be the outside of row 2, 3, 4, and 5. If Group A has the fastest of all 10, he is the pole winner. If not, he will start outside row 1. Then Group B will populate the inside row. Fastest of the 10 cars is the pole sitter. Other than that, you're racing and qualifying within your groups, inside and outside, to be the fastest in this final round.
That's a nice looking lap. Clean.
02 for Ty Gibbs. He is now fastest. That's why you see Austin Cindric populating down to row 2. So it's all
coming to the green on Reddick. Josh Berry already off a little bit of pace. So even though we saw that wiggle from the 45 car, it did not slow him down coming to turn 1.
But Reddick gave some back in 3 and 4. We'll see if that's what Josh Berry's looking at. Can he have a better 3 and 4 than Reddick? Oh, he does. He gets a really good exit. It's trending. It's in the green.
Big 3 and 4 for Berry, and he goes sub 30. A little bit quicker through 1 and 2. Had a great entry to 3 and then lost it all through the center.
Well, that just tells me.
It's looking good. Is he going to be able to hang on all the way to the stripe?
P1 95. Go.
Bell does it. He outdoes Berry. And so right now it's Bell's pole to lose.
Oh, I like how it looks. Chasing that yellow line.
Has the advantage going down the backstretch.
I love how this car turns on initial throttle. It drove right to the yellow line. He is going to sit on the pole by a big margin, Rick.
Huge lap for Denny Hamlin. He takes the pole at Nashville.
986.
So already his second pole of the season, but Denny Hamlin now will have his choice as far as that front row. And we take a look at the starting grid. And again, mentioned it earlier, Toyota's well represented here inside the top 8. 4 of the top 8 are Toyotas.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports at NBC YouTube channel.